Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler, and today I have a wonderful guest, Anmol Singh. Anmol is a financial trader and angel investor, and our topic today is helping people achieve financial freedom through the stock market. Anmol, welcome to the Brilliance Business Show.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today. Before I get started, I just need to make a legal disclaimer that Anmol is not offering legal advice or legal assistance. So let's get started with the show. Anmol, can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your business?
Sure, Mark. So primarily I trade the stock market and the currency markets for a living. And at the same time, I also teach other people how to do the same through my academy, LiveTraders, where we trade live every day in front of people, letting them see the ins and outs of trading. We offer training courses, advisory services for other people looking to do the same. And apart from my trading ventures, I'm also involved in real estate and angel investments in private companies. Just like Shark Tank, I have a portfolio of 32 companies that aren't public yet. And obviously, the hope is that one of these days they're going to be acquired, or they're going to go public. So that's primarily what I do. I basically manage money, and I use that towards angel investing in stock market.
I have checked out your profile, and you are achieving great things. It's very, very impressive. I would like to ask Anmol, as a newbie investor or someone that is interested, how hard is it for someone to come into the platform and learn these skills? Because I've always envisioned it's quite difficult to learn these skills.
I think learning is actually simple. The hard part is actually following what you just learned, right? So learning is easy. I can teach anybody how to trade in a weekend. The hard part comes in, now you actually have to do it. Now you actually have to follow through on what you've learned, which is the hard part. It's the discipline part of it. And, like trading sometimes get a bad rep because, as you saw with Wall Street bets and GameStop, what's been happening with those stocks, that's not really trading, right? That is speculation. That is gambling. And that's not what we do here. Trading is actually a scientific or art, form where you have precise, statistics. Once you get those statistics to work in your favor, things work out. So it's good trading. I always tell people is actually boring trading, where you're slowly accumulating gains, singles and doubles, and you're not focusing on the home run. So learning is easy. The hard part comes in controlling your emotions and actually being able to follow through and execute on what you've learned.
They are real words of wisdom there, Anmol. Who are your customers? What are your clients? What do they look like?
So that's actually a very interesting question because, our clients are such diverse backgrounds. It's unreal. So we have people that are like 18, 19 coming out of college and coming out of school. They're looking for something to do and they're really interested about stock market or Wall Street. And then we also have people who are in their 60s and 70-year-olds that have retired. They sold their business. They just quit their job. They're retired. And now they're generating supplemental income on the side. But majority of the clientele is just like you and I, average people, anywhere in there from 25 to 45-year-olds that are looking for a change. And I think this COVID and this coronavirus has really shown that no matter what job, no matter what business you're in, is actually not immune to these lockdowns. And trading is actually one of the only businesses that you could do from anywhere in the world, from your computer, even when there's a lockdown, because they can't shut the stock market down.
Yes, that makes total sense. And I think you're right. More and more people, they want to invest their money wisely and they don't want it in banks where the money is not making any kind of interest these days. Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
100%. I think the aha moment really came for me when, I was looking at my my business partner, who was actually my mentor at the time. And everybody was trading, making money, and I just wasn't able to get it. I was like, why am I not being able to get it when all these other people are getting it? And then it dawned on me that I was trading out of emotion, which is two primary emotions, fear and greed. So fear meaning you're in a position and you're scared to hold on to it, so you get out of it early, right? Get out of it early, too early, in fact, before even your target. And then there's greed, where stock might have hit what was your target, but you want more. And then you're holding on for a little bit more. So fear and greed were controlling my trading decisions. Once I realized that those emotions were controlling my decisions, and I was able to remove those emotions from my trading and my decision making, everything changed. Because now I was following a statistically proven trading system and a trading plan.
Yes, that makes total sense as well. Fear, you could make some really bad decisions when you're going from a place of fear. And it's great that you can pass these skills that you have learned through experience and walking the walk, talking the talk onto the people that you are training, learning. And these are real skills that people need to have in place to be successful, because they are skills that people need to learn, implement, and you have walked the walk, talked the talk, and it's great that you can then pass that on to others. Now, I would like to know what really motivates you to jump out of bed every single morning.
I think what really motivates me is because the way I think of trading as a sport. You know, it's a very competitive sport. And every day is different. Like, not every single work day is completely different, because every day there's different stocks moving. Different stocks are doing different things. Some days they're up, some days they're down. So every day is different. So you don't know what to expect. So that's actually very exciting to me, because, if you have a job, then it's pretty predictable, right? You wake up, you're doing the same tasks every day. You're going to your desk, you're meeting the same people. Every day is the same. With trading, is like every day is different and you never know what to expect. So that actually makes me very excited to wake up. So it's almost, for me, I enjoy it so much. For me, it's more like a sport or like a video game that you enjoy. So for that matter, I love waking up and seeing what the market has to offer.
I hear you, and I'm the same with what I do. It's not like a job. It's following what I really enjoy, my passion, my purpose, what I'm really passionate about. And that's how more people should live their lives, following their dreams, their goals and their ambitions, and doing something that they are passionate about, because we're only here once. Now, Anmol, what sets your business apart, and what unique need are you filling for your clients?
Sure. So our company, LiveTraders, it's in its name itself. It says LiveTraders, which means we're actually trading live in front of people. Because in this industry, there's a lot of people that, give the industry a bad name. And, they might be great marketers, they might be great salespeople, but maybe they're not as good as traders, right? So for us, we're always traders first and educators second. And the reason LiveTraders was created is to fill that need for people to see what real trading actually looks like. So we actually trade live every single day. In fact, just before you and I were talking, I just finished a live webinar that I was trading live in front of people. So they can see whether I win or lose. They'll actually be able to see it in real time. So it's almost like sitting next to a trader. And I think that's the need we're filling, is people want to see somebody else do it in front of them live. And that's what we're able to offer them, is the realities of trading.
And I'm guessing your students, when they are learning Anmol, they would be using dummy accounts like demos. Am I correct in thinking that before they actually put their money and then start trading, would they be practicing first?
So I always recommend people, when they're completely brand new, is to take a few weeks, maybe a month on a demo account, to make sure you know how to use the platform, you know how to press the buy, sell, and you're familiar with the platform. But I actually have a very different approach. Is like, for me, once you get the hang of the demo account, I actually insist people go live, even if you're risking $10 per trade, right? Even if you're risking very low amount of money, I actually like people to trade real money, just because that's how you feel the emotions, right? Because sometimes when some people I know trade on demo platform for too long and they never actually are able to go live, they build the hesitation.
Yes.
on the demo account, you don't feel the emotions about losing, winning. Everybody seems to make money on a demo account, right? It's that when you go live, that's when the real test happens. So I actually tell people, take a week or two, learn the platform, make sure you know how every button is located, and then just go live. Just trade very small amount of money, but trade real money.
That makes sense, actually, because even if it's just a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars, people don't like to lose money. So you're going to really put your skills into action there. And like you say, it will bring up those emotions because there is either something to gain or something to lose. So that makes total sense to me. So thanks for giving me clarity on that. Why is your service especially important in today's modern world?
I think in today's modern world, it's more important than ever, just because, as I said, who would have thought restaurants would have a tough time? Who would have thought salons or gyms would have a tough time, right? Those primarily seem as recession-proof businesses, right? Food is a recession-proof business. But these lockdowns, what has shown is the vulnerability in our system that every single business is vulnerable unless you're online, right? So trading is one of the things where no matter what's going on in the world, stock market will always be open Monday to Friday, right? No matter what. So that now more than ever, it's become important for somebody and for everybody to have a skill outside of their, expertise of their job or a business. Have a skill, because this isn't the last time we had the lockdown. Scientists say there's other plagues in our future. So it's going to happen again. So if you have another skill that can sustain you when it does happen next time, or who knows, it might continue for this time, you should have another skill. And number two is there's no need, banks, as you said, don't pay anything these days. It's no good keeping your money in a bank account because it's actually losing value after inflation. So you might as well learn how to use that money properly so that even if you don't make $1 million trading, you're still making something out of your money and you're not just have it sitting in a bank account, getting bored and losing value. So that's number two. And the last thing is, you have to take control back from Wall Street, right? And what we've seen recently is that people are tired of Wall Street. These Wall Street people are not doing anything special. They're just taking your money, putting it in the stock market, right? And they take their fees out of that. Why not learn how to put in the stock market yourself so you don't have to pay them their fees? So your money actually compounds and makes more money over time.
That makes total sense. So it's been a crazy year, Anmol, with the pandemic, but I do think it's really shined a light on online working, trading, investing, and I can only see that getting stronger and stronger. Could you just share a few more details to our listeners on the kind of service and products that you offer?
Sure. So primarily we cater to two types of people. One is somebody who generally wants to do this as a career, like trade full time, make this their primary career. For those people, we have our full suite of training programs and courses, and we call it the PTS course, which is the Professional Trading Strategies course, which is almost 20 hours of video lessons, and the manual is almost 600 pages. That's literally everything somebody needs to know about the stock market, A to Z. The curriculum was created, we four professional traders, we combined and we created this curriculum. So it has everything a trader would need to know. And then we also have the live chat room where me and my business partner, we trade live every single day. So whatever we're trading, we let you know. And whether win or lose, you'll get to see it all in real time. So that's another thing we do offer. And then for those who have a job or have another business and they don't really want to trade full time, but they just want to be involved, right? They want to invest their money, they want to grow their money, but they don't want to do this as a career. For that, we also have our swing trading newsletter, which I do every weekend. So every Sunday, I send out a newsletter, 20, 30-minute video, going over the markets, going over stocks that I'm going to be buying on Monday, right? And then giving you those beforehand on a Sunday. So that way people can place the orders in their account on a Sunday and then have those orders work for them automatically on the weekday. And then when I get out of the trade, I just send them a text and an email. And then a lot of people do that, just follow along. And last year, we ended up about 60%. And this year, we're already up about 20%.
Now, I have seen your Instagram account, Anmol, so I know you have all sorts of client success stories, but I just want you to pick one that really stands out to you.
Sure. The one that really stands out to me is actually a student called Fernando who came from Mexico. So we did a live event in New York back in 2015. And at that time, he was, trading with us for a while. He joined into the live event in New York. And then after the live event in New York, literally he executed on what we taught him. And in 2016, I met him again a year later after the mentorship. And guess what? He launched his own hedge fund. So now, we have 4 students now that are running their own hedge funds. And Fernando was one of them.
I love a success story, and I just love that you have built such a successful business that's serving others and really supporting them through their journeys. How do clients typically hear about you, and are there certain life moments like the pandemic that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Usually most of our clients come through word of mouth. So, people sharing our stories with other people, or somebody signed up, let's say, for the newsletter, and they're up 50% for the year. Now they tell their sister or their wife or their brother, and then they join the newsletter. So usually it's through word of mouth. Our clients are we call our clients our biggest marketing team, because they go out and then they tell other people about it. And the best part is it's not an MLM. It's not a network marketing. Nobody's paid or compensated to say that. They go out and they tell people, hey, they tweet at it, man, I had a great experience with LiveTraders chat room. Hey, I was in the chat room today. I made $1,000. And then they post their own screenshots. So our clients are our biggest way that we market. We're also on social media all across, but primarily people tell other people about us. They say, the biggest thing we hear is, I've spent $10,000 in other people's trading education courses. I've spent a lot of money buying programs and courses, and, I never really made any money. A lot of these people look like scam artists. And then we purchased your course, and man, everything changed from there. So when you get feedback like that all across the internet, that just, that's why I wake up with a smile every day.
And I like that, what you have said, because it's a sign of a job done well when your clients are saying how amazing you are, rather than it just being self-promotion. When your clients are sharing all their success stories, that is a sign of a job done well. I'm really happy to share you with our listeners, Anmol, because as I mentioned before our interview, I was actually scammed in a trading scam. So I'm really happy to bring to our listeners someone that they can trust, that is a genuine company, that have built real success for themselves and for their clients, knowing that it's someone they can come to who is trustworthy. So I have really enjoyed having a conversation with you today. Is there anything we did not cover that you would like to share?
No, I think it was great chatting with you as well, and always a good time chatting with you. I would just say if anybody's interested, they can always, visit our website at LiveTraders.com if they feel, want to learn more, and if they feel this is right for them. And we also offer a 15-minute free strategy call, so they can speak with one of my trading consultants, and they can tell them whether it's right for them or not based on their circumstance. And and the next best ways to keep in touch with me is through Instagram at Delta90. Which is all spelled out DELTANINETY.
Could you just repeat your website address for everyone?
Sure. So the website is www.livetraders.com.
Anmol, thank you so much for being on Brilliance Business. I've really enjoyed a conversation with you.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that as well. Great chatting with you.
You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show, conversations with leading experts in business.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.